here with Grantley Reed from the Brotherhood of St. Lawrence. And Grantley, tell us about FloodSax.
Mara, yeah, look, thank you. Thanks for inviting us. Mara, look, FloodSax are a lightweight, portable alternative to the sandbag that expand on contact with water. They empower all Australians, even the elderly, to protect their homes or businesses from flooding and accidental water damage. And the beauty of, they're just so light. This weighs 200 grams. So,
Wow.
anyone can use these.
So what you're saying is all those thousands of hours of people plowing into sand and into the bags and lining it up and actually and how are they activated? How do you get them to expand?
Mara, what you do is you just take them out of the bag, you place them in position, then you energise them with water from a bucket, hose, watering can.
You throw water on it.
You do, yeah.
Holy shamoly.
Yeah.
Do you want to start activating one so that we can come back and see what it looks like?
I've got a sample. We can actually use this one, Mara.
Great.
I'll just pop this one here in water.
Yep. It's very high tech.
Yeah, it is very high tech. And we can come back in about 3 minutes and we'll have a look and see what it looks like. But it isn't really high tech though. It's super absorbent polymer crystals and they're interwoven with a wood pulp. Now that's one here and that weighs about 200 grams.
Okay.
Now there's a chemical reaction that takes place between the polymer crystals and water, and within 3 minutes that'll energise to the size of a traditional sandbag.
And how does it fit into nooks and crannies in the same way as sand does?
Well, that's the way that they're designed. They're designed to sort of form around doorways and that sort of thing. They're very malleable, yeah.
And tell me, how does that compare pricing-wise to a sandbag? Is this affordable for...
Yeah, Mara, look, it is. Look, there's... Obviously, the council and the SES, used, hundreds and thousands of sandbags en masse.
Yes.
And they were able to have volunteers, and they were, able to enlist the services, of a lot of donations for sand and that type of thing. But there's a certain element of the population that they just can't manage sandbags. The elderly, the disabled, even someone with a bad back, or even if you don't have a car or you don't even have the time to go down to the council depot and pick up the sandbag.
Sure.
So by the
or you might live in a remote property where those kinds of services are just not available
just
in
not
time.
Available. Yeah. So by the time you take into account like the bag and the sand, the travelling there and travelling back, it's about comparable to a traditional sandbag. But the good thing about these, though, is that a lot of the problems that we're having now, they're unplanned, and especially with the flash flooding. And unless you've got something there on hand,
absolutely,
like ready to use at a moment's notice, and that can be activated within minutes, it's too late. If you've got to pick the phone up and ask someone for help, it's generally too late.
So in terms of the broad preparedness situation and, the events that we all confronted last year, would it make sense for there to be, for example, a corporate support program where this kind of capability can be made available to the elderly, to people in vulnerable areas that maybe are outside of, the traditional reach of agencies? How can the public help make this happen?
Yeah, and Mara, look, that's a fantastic question. Certainly from the corporate sector, or the commercial sector, we could think about those sort of, enterprises or activities. The Mackay City Council have been proactively embracing ways of creating community resilience, and they offer a rebate on, they call them sandless flood bags.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it's a $5 rebate for every bag. So any resident within the Mackay region can purchase up to 5 bags, and they'll get a rebate back from the Mackay City Council.
And they come in packs of 5, don't they? How much does that cost?
Yeah, the retail price for a pack of 5 is $59.
$59. And how much space does that actually cover in terms of, a typical home or business frontage?
Sure. A bag of 5 would do 3 on your front door, then you'd have 2 inside. If you had 2 toilets, you could put 1 down each toilet, and you'd have 1 for the front door.
Okay, fantastic. And what do you recommend for a typical home? What do you think is required to really be prepared?
Yeah, Mara, look, I mean, and that's a really good question, and it depends on, obviously the height of the above floor level, how high you think the flooding's going to go. But a commercial pack of 20 would do, that's 20 commercial bags. So you would do your roller door, and you could do 2 doors with that, and still allow enough bags to do your toilets and any drains inside your laundry.
Wow. So this sounds like a really good idea. Why is the Brotherhood of St. Lawrence involved? How did you guys get involved?
Look, that's a fantastic question as well. Look, one of our team, the Brotherhood's been very innovative along the way. We have our social enterprises division, and there's about 6 different business units within social enterprises.
Wow, isn't that cool? So these are
this is great.
businesses that have a social outcome.
That's right. Oh, look, for example, we've got our Brotherhood Books program. So it's recycled books, and we sell those online.
Great.
So we have all these donated books. We put them online, and we sell them to the general public, and that's going really well. Another one's Phoenix fridges, donated fridges. We retrofit them, take all the CFCs out, turn them into environmentally friendly fridges.
And hopefully low energy usage.
That's right. Yeah,
Very
exactly,
good. Fantastic.
Exactly.
Good.
And then we sell those out through our retail outlets.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? Okay, good. So you are really just trying to get the message out to Queenslanders that when we're preparing for floods,
That's right.
there's another option on the market.
There is.
And we're also trying to get the message out to local government, to businesses, to media, to anybody who can support this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we just would like to get the word out there that there is an option.
And is this an Aussie innovation? Where did this idea come
Look,
from?
I'd really like to say it is, but it was designed by a gentleman by the name of Richard Bailey in the UK, Environmental
Okay.
Defence Systems. Yeah, and it has its background coming out of defence.
Well, how fantastic is that? But the Aussie innovation is you guys have found it and you're now trying to make it available to really help the community to prepare.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, the Attorney General's Department identified that those most vulnerable to flooding are the elderly, the infirm, the disabled, large single-parent families, and they're all the people that the Brotherhood's been trying to look after for the last 80 years. So it was a really good fit
absolutely great fit, and also happen to be, possibly groups in the community that might have difficulty with the physical requirements around the sandbagging exercise.
That's
and
right.
So a really good solution. Anything else you want to add?
What else can I add? They're environmentally friendly, so once you finish with them, you can just bury them back in the garden.
That's a good thing to add,
And
so they decompose.
That's right, yeah.
Wow.
Over time, all the moisture will seep back into the soil.
Wonderful. Okay, well, there we go, FloodSax. And shall we have a look and see if it actually came
we
up?
sure can. So what happens after
Wow, look at this.
what you do is just give it a squeeze
Yeah.
and a bit of a shake, and whatever.
It's like a sandbag, except isn't that fantastic?
And that's whatever's inside the bag will be suspended inside the bag. So it's a really good sanitised solution.
Wow.
For like internal,
If this is in your
accidental water
bathroom,
damage.
if it's
that's right.
how?
So you can pick that up and walk that through the home, and it's not going to drip water.
I love it. FloodSax. Check it out. And what's the website?
Yeah, all the W's, floodsax.com.au.
FloodSax.com. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.